Romans 13 verse 1, and it reads, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of YaHaWaShi. The powers that be are ordained of YaHaWaShi. Barak YaHaWah, Barak YaHaWaShi. Barak YaHaWah, Barak YaHaWaShi. Barak YaHaWah, Barak YaHaWaShi. BaHaSham, Rawcha, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth in its entirety. Peace and salutation to the Akim, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. And to the Ahtha listening and learning, Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin Camp, here in Toronto with another lesson. And through the spirit and power of YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, the title will come. But just a precept I was meditating on, we'll get right into it. Right? Romans 13 verse 1, once again, and it reads, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, right? The higher powers, whoever's in rulership, right? We're in subjection to the rulership, right? Subjection. We're in subjection, in servitude. We're in a captivity to the rulership. And who's in the rulership? The wicked. Job 9:24, the wicked. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? For there is no power but of YaHaWah. The powers that be are ordained of YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, right? The Most High put them in the power seat, man, right? And the reason I was meditating on this scripture just now is, we see Esau, Edom, either he's clamping up or he's giving a little right now, you know what I mean? And up where I'm at right now, he's clamping up. You know what I mean? Yesterday he just Esau, Edom, the rulership, he just made an extension of the lockdown, the stay-at-home lockdown, where we're required to stay in our homes, right? Right. Only essential work and essential travel, right? Pharmacy, grocery store, essential job, essential employment. But that's it pretty much. He wants you to stay in your house, right? So, two-thirds of our people don't understand that the Most High put the spirit on the wicked to be behaving the way he's behaving right now. You know what I mean? Us in this truth, we understand what's going on. You know what I mean? And we understand that bucking up and marching, right? We'll get that right here in verse 2. Romans 13 verse 2, and it reads, whosoever therefore resisteth the power, right? Resisteth the power, the ruling, the whoever in rulership, whoever resisteth, right? Resisteth the ordinance of the Most High, right? You're resisting what the Most High is putting in place to play out, right? Now, you got to be, us in this truth, we're not going to march. We're not going to protest. We're not going to smash storefronts. We're not going to do none of that, right? But that being said, we're also not going to bow to anything that's unlawful, right? If they come and they try to punch up mans, try and punch you up forcefully, or detain you because you're not refusing to punch up, right? We're going to be detained, us in this truth, because that's not lawful, according to the scriptures, right? Right? But we understand he's in the rulership. We're not going to go march and break storefronts. We're not going to do that, right? We know that these things got to play out. We know that the Most High put these devils in rulership, and these things got to play out before YaHaWaShi comes back, right? Romans 13 verse 2 once again. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, right? Resisteth who's in authority, resisteth the ordinance of YaHaWah, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation, right? Ultimately destruction, man. You know what I mean? Right? Your power lies in the Most High, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi. He'll guide you. He'll protect you. Take matters into your own hands is not going to do it, man. You know what I mean? And we know people, mental health, that term's being thrown around constantly, right? Because people are mourning right now, man. Proverbs 29 verse 2, and it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right? And we know the righteous will be in authority when YaHaWaShi comes back and reestablishes the kingdom of Israel on the earth. But until then, it's a state we're mourning, right? But when the wicked beareth rule, right? The wicked are in rulership right now. The earth is given over into the hand of the wicked, Job 9:24, right? Right? The Most High gave it to them, right? But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, right? People are mourning, man. And it's only going to get worse. It's not good. Listen, even though Esau might loosen up a little bit, he's gonna clamp down 10 times harder when he on the back end, right? Daniel chapter 4. Matter of fact, Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2 verse. Daniel chapter 2 verse 20. And this was Daniel's interpretation of the dream for when Nebuchadnezzar asked him to interpret this dream. This is how he opened up before he went into the dream, right? Daniel 2 verse 20. Daniel answered and said, "Blessed be the name of YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his," right? Wisdom and might belong to YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, right? And he changeth the times and the seasons, right? The Most High changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings, right? He removeth rulers, governments, power structures, power seats, and setteth up kings, right? And he sets them up the same way he removes them, the same. If he takes them out, same way he can take them out, the same way he can put them in, right? He giveth wisdom unto the wise, right? The wise, that's the elect, right? And how do we get this wisdom? Through these scriptures. Isaiah 33 verse 6. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability in thy times, right? And these times that are coming, that are about to wax worse and worse, the stability is in these scriptures, man. The Most High gives us that wisdom, right? He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding, right? And knowledge to them that know understanding. And who knows understanding? The elect, right? 2/3 of people out here are bugging out, talking about mental health, right? Tired of lockdowns, tired of this, want to march, want to do this. Daniel chapter 4 verse 17, close out. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, right? Right? The Most High set it up like this. This is a decree, a commandment, right? Right? To the intent that the living, right? And this is how it's set up. This is how it's set up. The Most High set it up like this, right? To the intent that the living may know, right? The living, who are the living? Us on this planet. That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Here on the earth, the Most High rules, man. Yeah, he's in the spiritual realm, but he rules. And giveth it to whomsoever he will. And whoever is in rulership in the physical form, the Most High gave them that rulership, man. Right? Right? On the left side and the right side. Right? And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men, right? And right now the basis of men are in rulership, man. And who are the basis of men? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? The basis of men. We'll close out. Scripture just came to mind. Job chapter 30. Job chapter 30. Job chapter 30 verse 5. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Right? And this is talking about Esau, Edom, man. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Right? And this is talking about before the Renaissance. Before they returned into power. Right? Esau, Edom was a base man. Living in the caves, man. Cave dweller. Right? Among the bushes they brayed. Right? Esau, Edom. Under the nettles they were gathered together. Here's the point. Verse 8. Job 30 verse 8. They were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. Right? The base man is Esau, Edom, man. They were viler than the earth. Right? And now I am their song. Yeah, I am their byword. Right? And that's talking about us, Israelites. Israel being a people before a place. We're a proverb and a byword, man. We're under their subject. We're under their rule. We're subject to them. Right? Right? And the Most High set it up like that, man. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on this, I was meditating on Romans 13 verse 1. You know what I mean? But yeah, I pray edified. Adawan Ratazah. Stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Kwame Asharala. Wa Abad Baba.